Hello, hello, hello. This is Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from the Kit Kat Ranch here in Nevada. Now, Nevada is, I think, the only state that has legalized prostitution. That's why I'm here. No, no, no. I'm here to report on an experience that I've had. The Kit Kat Ranch, I think it's called. I was here once before. Not what you think. Not what you think. I had a friend, Al, and he was gung-ho in the Mormon church. Man, when I was growing up, he was 3 years older than I was. And so he's, well, God, he's probably 70 if he's still alive. Well, anyway, he left the church. I was one of his witnesses in the Salt Lake Temple when he got married. And he left the church. Well, I didn't shun him, and now looking back, it looks like it was wisdom not to shun him because he was right. But I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to throw in the towel. So anyway, he had an airplane. That was cool. He lived up in Santa Barbara, and he worked for Invest West. I don't even know if there's still such a company, but he was an executive there. Smart man. And one day I was over at his house, and he said, Bard. He knew in the future I would be Sir David the Bard somehow. Revelation, I don't know. Anyway, he says, you want to fly to Lake Tahoe with me and a couple of friends? And, you know, one of my passions, other than sex, is flying. I find flying like dying. You get up there and everything disappears. Suddenly, it's just you and who you are. And for me, that's a pleasant thing. For many people, it's not. Anyway, okay, so we took off. And that airport in Tahoe is a bitch. It's a box canyon. And we landed there, all of us on our knees, and 8 seat belts around our neck. Anyway, we got there, and we had a beautiful, beautiful A-frame glass front cabin that looked out over Lake Tahoe. Really nice. One of the nicest places I've ever been. Well, everything was good the first day. The next day we woke up, and Al comes to me and said, well, me and the guys want to go over to the whorehouse, and we want you to come. And I said to Al, now see, I was still married then to Janet, and we were still active in the church. And I said, Al, I said, you know, I can't go over there. I'm not going to go in, and I'm not going to do that to my wife. He says, well, I'll tell you what. I'll put it on my American Express card, and no one will ever know. I go, geez. Now, that's an offer. But anyway, I said, look, I don't want to be a wet blanket. So I'll run over with you guys. I'll drive over. But I'm going to stay in the car. And they all go, yeah, right, right, you're going to stay in the car. So we rode over there, Kit Kat Ranch. Yeah, Kit Kat Ranch, I think is the name of it. And it was like going into an FLDS town. It had a chain link fence around the whole building. And then it had an entrance that looked like it was going into the Mormon vault up here in the mountains of Utah to the genealogical records. It had codes on it and chains on it and all kinds of, you know, if you come in here, you mean to come in here. So anyway, I sat in the car, and they all got out, and they were all teasing me and saying, you know, you need to get in here, grow up, you know, be a man. Well, I said to him, and I'm glad I did, even though, you know, I don't believe in hurting a girl, a wife, that way. I've always been upfront. If I'm not in love anymore and I want to be out, I just come right out and say it. I'm not going to go out and screw other people. Well, anyway, I sat in the car. Now, here's the interesting thing that I wanted to bring up. You don't realize, because I didn't realize, how many people in wheelchairs and crutches with no legs, no arms, no head went in there. I saw it. I was sitting right there in the car. at the gate. And I thought to myself, hey, how do you judge these people? No girl in her right mind is going to have sex with a guy that has no legs, usually. You find exceptional people, but I'm talking, and you know that, you know the bar. I'm talking principle. I'm not talking about exact how many girls in the United States have sex with no-leg men. So how do these people who are handicapped, if you want to call it that, or ugly, or burns all over their face, how do those people get sex? Well, the Kit Kat Club. So I sat there, and I watched, and learned. Well, the guys come out. The only time I've ever seen anyone smile like they were smiling is when kids opened their Christmas presents. The smiles were so big, I don't think they had a nose or two eyes. It was just all smile. So I, all right, well, you know, maybe I'm missing, maybe I'm not. I've been married 6 times. I mean, you know, how many times you need to be married to equal going to a horror house? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to give you that experience that these handicapped people and people that don't have sexual outlets like most of the rest of us do seem to polarize to those kinds of places. Plus my friends polarized to that kind of a place. Alright, well, this is hoping that you have health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and in the sinews. And my sinews have gotten just a little bit weaker over the years, but I'm still trying to get strength in them. Thank you.